And we welcome you to McConnell Field for another night of Panther baseball. It's Mountain 7 Conference action tonight. The Smoky Mountain Mustangs come over the mountain to take on the Franklin Panthers in the Battle of Cowie Mountain on the diamond. Glad that you are with us on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. We're getting this one underway right on time as we're going to try to beat the rain that is coming from the west. You see Josiah Hersey, who is making his final warm-up tosses before tonight's action. He's going to get the call on the mound tonight for Coach Jared Greenwood. Behind the plate, it is Jaden Rogers for the Panthers. Over at third base, Will Rowers. He'll be in the hot corner tonight. Shortstop tonight is Ian Knapp. Malachi Hayes at second and Jackson Hersey over at first. Anderson Terrell in left. Damian Bowles is in center for the Panthers, and Reed Raby is in right field tonight. The Smoky Mountain Mustangs come in at 2-7 overall and 0-4 in the conference. Both teams searching for their first conference victory tonight as Franklin comes in at 0-5. They're going to send to the plate Andy Moore to lead things off. Cade Granning and Kaysen Shepard will be the first batters to face Josiah Hersey tonight. It looks like he is ready as the throw goes down to second. Ryan Haley joins me once again for some more spring break Panther baseball. And these two teams, similar records. Both teams come into tonight's action thinking, hey, we can get a conference win tonight.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of good things from our Panther squad. The big one right now is Josiah Hersey. He is fully healthy. He's ready to rock and roll. And I think this is really the big turning point for our season right now.
As you see, the wind is whipping here. You can see Josiah's hair and uniform flapping in the breeze as we are underway here at McConnell Field. A little low for ball one.
Great spot, great location for the fastball to open up the game. And, again, I don't know what the problem is at the bottom of the strike zone here.
Here's the 1-0 from Hersey. A little high. 2-0 to Andy Moore.
You know, Josiah was so successful last year, and, you know, one of the big reasons why he was is a really good fastball, good breaking pitch, but he hides the ball very well. It's very deceptive.
The 2-0 misses, 3-0.
You know, a lot of things we talked about with Josiah is he's coming to relief this season a little bit.
Misses, so 4 straight balls. Had a base on ball to begin the ball game for Smoky. Andy Moore heads down to first. That's going to bring to the plate Cade Granning.
As I was saying, for him, you know, Josiah's a starter, and, you know, coming in relief and being a starting pitcher is 2 different preparations. And for Josiah to get back in this role, it's going to be very good for him, his mindset, and he can show why he's dominant.
First pitch is fouled off down the first base line. 0-1 the count on Cade Granning.
You know, one of the best things about Josiah, you know, we talk about him being a high school pitcher, pretty dominant last year. Just, again, I mean, you got True Emmanuel, who's a, you know, top 3-round draft pick projection, and he's the one who beats you out for pitcher of the year, and he was absolutely dominant also. You know, with Josiah, he's so mentally strong. Nothing phases him. He's a competitor. He battles.
In for a strike quickly in the hole. 0-2 is Granning.
Yeah, and that's amazing. And Josiah just saw that. Like, I just can't believe that's a strike. That ball was way up in the zone. Even Jaden Rogers turned back and says, did you call that a strike? You know, when you're trained to pound the bottom of the zone, you're not getting that call. I guess he's got to bring that ball up.
Awaiting the 0-2. Granning got to call time and step out.
I talked to Coach Colin Taylor last night after the game about the strike zone. He's like, it's very difficult when you're trying to tell your pitchers to bring the ball up, and that's what you don't want to do.
The 0-2 pitch. Now throw over to first and gets away from Jackson Hersey. And it's going to head down the right field line. Reed Raby secures it, and he'll get it in to the second baseman, Malachi Hayes. So that'll be an error on the first baseman, allowing Andy Moore to head down to second.
I think maybe there's a little bit of some nerves here for Josiah. Just, you know, again, getting back to the routine from last year to right now, instead of just coming in from the outfield or coming in from the dugout to pitch. just trying to get settled into that starter role.
Cade Granning waits once again for the 0-2 pitch. Fouled back to the screen and stays alive at 0-2.
You know, one of the things about holding a runner on second base, you know, typically if you have a right-hand hitter, you want your second baseman to work the runner. You know, but with Josiah's velocity of movement, he gets a lot of ground balls going to the right side. So you kind of want your middle infielders to work tandem in and out. Got to keep him close to the bag on a base hit.
The 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike three. Hersey fans Granning. One gone here in the top of the first inning. That's going to bring Kason Shepard to the plate, the pitcher.
You know, the funny part, I know Josiah walked the first batter of the game. I think last year he may have had like 7 total walks on the season and all those starts and all those innings pitched. So it's probably unfamiliar territory for him to at least put the first, you know, runner on.
Now the fake to second, and we'll chase Andy Moore back to second. Something that is absent in tonight's ball game that nobody, especially in the chat section, the comment section, is the cowbell. It is not in the stands tonight. As I say that, somebody's like jiggling something that kind of sounds like a cowbell.
No more cowbell.
All right. High for ball one. I want to know the count on Kason Shepard.
Yeah, Josiah, again, hides the ball very well when he delivers the pitch. His fastball really runs. It's very difficult for the hitter to really barrel it up.
The 1-0. In for a strike. Caught the low outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to Shepard.
Yeah, outstanding location. You do want to see, especially with 1 out right now and you know the count's even, you want to see your second baseman really holding that runner close.
1-1. Down the first base line. Going to be knocked down by Jackson Hersey. Can he get it to his brother? No. He's late with the throw. Runners on the corners now. That's going to bring the cleanup hitter, Weston Winchester, to the plate.
That was a great play by Jackson Hersey. He had to go hard to his left. If that ball would have got through, he was scoring. Runner would have been on second base for kind of a, you know, little squeaker double down the line. Great play, good flip. You know, I said before in his telecast, you know, Jackson Hersey is an elite defender at first base, and there's a reason why right there.
So that'll be a hit for Shepard. Winchester now at the plate. 1 out in the inning.
We have first and third situation early on in the game.
And Winchester, left-handed batter. He takes high for ball 1.
Now he's showing good velocity here. She's got to get that ball down just a little bit. Again, first and third situation. I mean, I've said it over and over again. I would love to see the second baseman even with the bag towards the grass. Step off.
Shepard walked down the first base line, and yep, he listened to you, Ryan. He stepped off, did Hersey.
Well, I think I heard that from the field. Obviously, you're seeing that. Jackson's got to say, step off.
The 1-0. Caught the high outside corner, evens it up at a ball and a strike.
That's a very good location right there. Again, runs are a premium. You know, we're starting to, you know, break out of the hitting slump, but we still got to keep these runs down.
Runners on the corners, 1-1 pitch with 1 out. Runner takes off at first, heads down to second. Swung on and missed. Winchester down the hole. A ball, 2 strikes. Now 2 runners in scoring position at second and third.
We used to work on that a lot back in the day when Coach Raby and I did coach. It was kind of like that early takeoff where you want to, you know, pivot and, you know, get to the second baseman and get him in a rundown.
1-2, swung on and missed. Strike 3.
Because that's what Ellenberg was putting on with that first and third. Just have that runner first take off a little bit early, maybe cause a balk, maybe have him step off. You know, you want to hope the pitcher delivers the ball to the second baseman or the shortstop. And we got in a rundown, you're trying to get that runner at third base and get down the line a little bit and then find out one throw we could take off and go. So, I don't know, maybe it's good to let him get to second base.
Now at the plate is Jackson Bowers, and Bowers will foul it off at the plate. Quickly in the hole, 0-1 is Jackson Bowers.
Josiah's starting to really feel it right now. The good strikeouts right here, good velocity. These hitters are not catching up to him. Just take the mound, take the reins, and be very aggressive and, battle over the plate.
0-1 in for a strike.
So early on in this game, George, I'm already seeing another umpire who wants the ball up in the zone for a strike and not down in the bottom of the zone. When I say bottom of the zone, that's still a strike. It's not out of the zone. You're rewarding the hitter by forcing that pitch up.
The 0-2 just missed. Ball, 2 strikes on Bowers.
Yeah, and that's frustrating as a pitcher. You got that pitch earlier for a strike, and now you don't get that again. So maybe the umpire's got to find his consistency here.
The 1-2. In the air, left side, and that one's drifting foul. Stays the ball, 2 strikes.
I'm kind of seeing his game plan on the mound. We like to tell our pitchers early on in the game, establish your fastball. And I'm seeing a lot of fastballs from Josiah. Maybe throwing the 4-seam and 2-seam, trying to get that ball to run a little bit. Just kind of locate it in and out. Finding the zone of the umpire to see where he can hit and where he can nibble and how much of that black he can get off the plate.
Here we go, Jackson.
Hersey comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Josiah Hersey pitches out of trouble, giving up a hit. The Smoky Mountain Mustangs strand a runner. We head to the home half of the first inning in a scoreless game. Stay with us.
Chris Rummans Construction is a family-owned, licensed building contractor servicing the Franklin, Highlands, and Cashers area, specializing in custom home construction, remodels and additions, as well as custom trim and closet cabinetry. Start your project today with Chris Rummans Construction.
In open space, Hanley at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Davis hits one into right pretty well. Right fielder backpedaling. It's out of here. Welcome back. We head to the bottom of the first inning. You see Hasten Shepard making his final warm-up tosses for the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. He's sending it home to Weston Winchester, the catcher tonight for Coach Jeremy Ellenberg of the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. Around the infield, it's Trace Phillips over at third, Cade Granning over at short, Josh Mitchell at second, and Andy Moore over at first. To the outfield for the Mustangs. In left, it's Jackson Bowers. Ethan Gilder is in center, and Dawson Gunner is out in right field. The Panthers will send Ian Knepp to lead it off. Anderson Terrell bats second in the lineup tonight. Malachi Hayes bats third, and Jackson Hersey in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth, Will Rowers. Batting sixth, Jaden Rogers. Batting seventh, it's Reed Raby, and Damian Bowles bats eighth. And Josiah Hersey, the DH and the pitcher. DH in the lineup, batting ninth in tonight's lineup for Coach Jared Greenwood and the Panthers. So Shepard has completed his warm-up tosses, and we're about to get this bottom half of the first underway as Ian Knepp strolls up to the right-handed batter's box. It's starting to get darker and darker. The wind's picking up here. Going to get this game in before we get some showers moving in and some heavier stuff later on.
Yeah, you're starting to see a little change in the lineup, which I'm actually kind of in favor of what Coach Greenwood's doing right here, putting Ian back in the leadoff spot, which is what I really like. He's a double waiting to happen at any moment.
Well, Knepp stands in. Sends it up the chute, left side. Who wants it?
There's
Looks
trouble.
like Granning fights the win, and he'll make the play from his shortstop position. So one pitch, one out, and that'll bring Anderson Terrell to the plate.
Yeah, with Ian leading off, obviously he just missed that pitch. There's nothing wrong with the swing, and Anderson, just showing the last couple of games, putting the ball in play, hitting line drives. This is a really good spot for him in a lineup, especially with Malachi Hayes coming right behind him.
Terrell fouls it off at the plate. 1-1 the count to Anderson. Appreciate you tuning in wherever you may be tonight on YouTube or Facebook of the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. Glad that you're with us on the second day of April. You survived April Fools. 0-1. Slow roller towards short. It's Granning at a field. Fires. Got him. Quickly 2 gone. At the bottom of the first inning. That'll bring to the plate Malachi Hayes. He's began the game last night on the hill, then ended up over at second base. Tonight, that's where he is, starting at second. Malachi will settle into that left-handed batter's box. Nobody on and 2 out for the Panthers here at the bottom of the first. That one's low for ball 1.
As I was saying last night with Malachi, he's really locked into that zone, knowing what he wants to hit. He wants to keep that ball like middle in for him. He's not going to chase anything away.
The 1-0. Low, ball 2.
Which is typically a left-handed hitter's paradise. They lay off the pitches that are away. They want to see the ball down and in. And Malachi is your textbook left-handed hitter with that approach.
Shepard deals the 2-0. Well outside. 3-0.
It's fun to watch a kid from his freshman year to his senior year really become a lot better, with his plate discipline and being in the zone. That's called experience.
Shepard kicks and fires. The 3-0 misses high. 4 straight balls to Malachi Hayes. So he draws a walk. He's been perfecting that this year. He's drawn a bunch of walks this season.
Mm-hmm.
Hayes heads down to first. Jackson Hersey strolls to the plate.
He's like Barry Bonds in the Mountain 7 Conference. Nobody wants to pitch to him.
Hersey, cleanup hitter at first base.
Just hopefully Malachi doesn't do steroids.
Hayes takes off right up the middle, off the glove of the shortstop, Granning into center field. Hayes is going to stop at third as there were some issues in the outfield getting that ball back in. That'll be a single for Jackson Hersey. So runners on the corners with 2 out. That'll bring to the plate Will Rowers.
It's so much fun watching Jackson Hersey absolutely figure out hitting. I mean, he has been locked in for about a week and a half. He feels really good about it. I talked to Will last night after the game, about his approach to hitting, and I think he's understanding that, again, when you think about middle school velocity that you're going up against from low 70s to low 80s to mid 80s, he's really trying to find his place, and he feels good about what's happening and his approach.
Runner takes off at first. He'll take second without a throw. Hersey. Runner stays put at third as that one was in the dirt. 1-0 the count on Will Rowers.
See, one thing we talked about last night, too, in our conversation is, again, you're going to see a little bit more velocity, obviously, but they're going to be around the zone a lot more than a middle school pitcher would. So you can work around that area.
Here's the 1-0. High and tight. Some control issues all of a sudden for Shepard, who retired the first 2 batters that he saw, and now a meeting between the catcher and the pitcher, Winchester and Shepard.
Again, with a freshman hitter up, you see a 2-0 count with runners at second and third. Now, again, there's an open base. He can pitch around Will. But I guess with a young team, I know Smoky's pretty young too. I think Will's going to be – he's got to tell himself, I've got to see a fastball right here. The count's in my favor. He does not want to really fall behind. And hopefully he's going to find that box, that hitting box. He wants to, put that barrel in.
The 2-0 to Rowers. Almost hit him. 3-0.
again, if I'm Coach Greenwood, I'm giving him the, swing away sign. This is where you got to grow up a little bit as a freshman.
3-0 pitch, in for a strike.
And that's okay. Keep working the counts. Keep working his pitch count. Jaden's been doing just fine as a hitter, putting the ball in play.
Fouls it off. Runs it full, 3-2.
Yep. Like the last few ball games, he has a really good approach to the game. In his play discipline, he's kind of get rid of the little hitch a little bit, and he's shortened up more, seeing the ball better.
Payoff pitch. Hit him. Bases are loaded now. That's going to bring to the plate Jaden Rogers.
I just hope Jaden, I've seen a little bit more in the last couple of games, him kind of leaking that front shoulder out, which means on your swing, he's going to take that barrel and won't be in the zone long enough. So if he can stay inside, get that front foot planted, and drive that barrel and that ball back up the middle, he'll have a longer contact plane. I think Greenwood's going over with that right now. He's like, listen, this pitcher's struggling. He's missing not by much, but he's throwing fastballs. He's got bases loaded. He knows it's going to be a tight game. And I guarantee you, because I've coached Greenwood a long time, he's just saying, just relax, find your pitch, just jump all over it, be aggressive. Don't try to lift it. Hit a line drive back up the middle. Score 2.
The meeting on the mound continues. We'll take a look at the schedule. We haven't talked about that here in this broadcast. Panthers have a bunch of road games coming up. Got another home game a week from yesterday.
Up to bat for the Panthers.
Coming up on Monday against the Pisgah Black Bears off of spring break. Bases loaded, 2 out. As Rogers sends that one up the chute, going to kick foul. Left side. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Again, stay on top of the ball. I know the whole idea in today's ball game of hitting is launch angle and trying to lift the ball, but I'm more old school. I want the hitter to come down through the ball like you're chopping wood. That was even the Barry Bonds approach, but for some odd reason they think he's stupid.
0-1. On a line, going to be caught by the third baseman, Trace Phillips, for the final out. Panthers load the bases, but strand them all as we head to the top of the second inning. We are still scoreless here at McConnell Field. Stay with us. Welcome back as we head to the top of the second. You see Hersey making his warm-up tosses to Coach Greenwood. His catcher, Jaden Rogers, just batted. He's got to get suited back up. So that gives us a couple of minutes here to tell you about the upcoming schedule on FPSN. We threw up the upcoming schedule for the Panthers, and we've got some baseball for you on April 8th, the game that got rained out a couple of weeks ago against Pisgah here at McConnell Field. And then 10 days later, West Henderson, the defending 3A state champions, come to McConnell Field. And we'll have that ball game here on the network and some softball for you to round out the month of April.
George, I saw in the high school OT that softball is ranked 8th in the state through all classifications.
That is a tremendous honor. That's 4A, 3A, 2A, and 1A.
Yep.
Here's the standings in the Mountain 7 Conference. You see Smoky Mountain and Franklin battling for the 6 and 7 slots, so somebody's going to get a win tonight and will leapfrog East Henderson, who is also 0-for. Franklin at 0-5 and Smoky at 0-4. All right, looks like Hersey has made his final warm-up toss, so we're going to get this top of the second underway. Smoky Mountain going to send the bottom of the order to the plate. Dawson Gunner will lead it off. Trace Phillips, Josh Mitchell will be your batters for Coach Jeremy Ellenberg and the Smoky Mountain Mustangs.
Number 9, Dawson
Gunner, the right fielder, stands in. Gunner sends a slow roller over to net. He's going to field to first in time for the first out. One pitch, one out. That's going to bring Trace Phillips to the plate.
I was talking to Damian Bowles before the game also about how the wind is just blowing hard in. You know, the way he plays outfield, he's like one of those type of guys who wants to play in anyway and just run back if there's a fly ball instead of coming in hard on it. So he's still kind of deep in that with that shade right there.
Swing and a miss. Phillips quickly in the hole, 0-1.
And Reed's really shallow, which you know, the way, you know, the temperature and the weather's playing right now, that's probably a good spot right there.
Here's the 0-1. Bounces up to Jaden Rogers. Evens it up at a ball and a strike.
Yeah, still a little bit surprised there. You know, he's thrown a lot of fastballs in the first inning. Very successful, finding his way. And, you know, you're now towards the bottom of the order. You still want to keep that fastball established. You don't have to throw a curveball if you don't want to. You know, Kurt Schilling made his living that way.
1-1 in the air towards Reed Raby. Had him shaded perfectly, but the wind caught it, and it went over Reed Raby's head. Going to kick to the wall, and that'll be a double for Trace Phillips.
Yeah, and that's difficult for Reed. You know, Reed's an outstanding outfielder, but the way not only is the wind blowing hard from left to right, the tail of the bat off the right-handed hitter is going to even push the ball even harder left to right, and it really did a number on him out there.
It's going to bring to the plate Josh Mitchell, the Mustang second baseman.
So I was telling you about Kurt Schilling. You know, one of his big things is he's a 95% of all his pitches in the game is all fastballs. He rarely throws other pitches. So he's a location guy with a good velocity and two-seam, four-seam. That's what Josiah is.
The 0-1 pounded into the plate for a foul ball. That's the first strike to Josh Mitchell. Ethan Gilder on deck, non-hole hitter. Mitchell, the 8th man in the order for Coach Jeremy Ellenberg. Runner at second, one out for the Mustangs.
I know you can't see right here, but that wind is really blowing that flag hard downhill inside towards home plate.
That's very gusty.
Yes, it's either going to home plate or going left to right. Pretty whipping.
The 0-1. Swung on and missed. Couldn't catch up with the fastball.
Yeah, it looks really good tonight. I mean, this really makes me happy the way he's throwing, feeling great out there in the mound, just trying to find his rhythm.
Up the middle, off the mound, through for a base hit. That'll play to run. No, I say that. They're going to hold the runner at third as Bowles able to field it and get it into the infield pretty quickly. That will hold Josh Mitchell to just a single. Runners on the corners now. That's going to bring Ethan Gilder to the plate.
Little miscommunication between the middle infielders, between Ian Nip, the shortstop, and Malachi Hayes, the second base. Looks like they're both, flashing their gloves to field the play, and they thought one was going to get the other, and they pulled their gloves back and let the ball get through to center field. Sometimes you get the me, you, especially when you do flips for double plays. That's one thing about communication with your middle infielders, especially turning two. You still also have that with balls up the middle.
The 0-2. Check that. The first pitch is in a little low. They got it wrong on the scoreboard up there. I was looking at the scoreboard. 1-0 the count. to Gilder.
Yeah, really tough here again with another first and third situation. We saw the runners early in the game just taking off while he's still in the set.
In the air, right field, Raby backpedaling. He's going to make the play. They're going to send the runner from third. Here comes the throw. It's up the line. And Smoky Mountain has taken an early 1-0 lead on a sac fly by Ethan Gilder. 2 are gone, and a run in for Smoky. Runner remains at first. Top of the order we go, and Andy Moore.
Again, you don't want to give up any runs, obviously, but you know, one run in the game, you still need to score 1 to win. So to me, it's still a 0-0 ball game. It's always that second run that crosses the play where you put pressure on.
Runner takes off, throw down to second. Good throw, got him. That'll retire the side for the Mustangs in the top of the second inning, but not before. Smoky able to plate a run, a couple of hits of the inning, and we head to the bottom half of the second. The Mustangs now up 1-0. Stay with us.
Chris Rumman's Construction is a family-owned, licensed building contractor servicing the Franklin, Highlands, and Cashers area, specializing in custom home construction, remodels, and additions, as well as custom trim and closet cabinetry. Start your project today with Chris Rumman's Construction.
In open space, Hanley at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Davis hits one into right pretty well. Right fielder backpedaling. It's out of here. Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the second inning with Smoky Mountain now up 1-0. Making his final warm-up toss, Cason Shepard. The throw goes down to second, and we'll get this bottom of the second underway. It's going to be Reed Raby that's going to lead things off for the Panthers. Bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9, Raby, Bowles, and Hersey. Josiah Hersey slated to bat here for Coach Jared Greenwood. Now trailing 1-0. Raby will stroll to the plate to face Shepard.
Leading off for the Panthers, number 2, Reed Raby.
Reed had some good, bats on balls last night, hitting some line drives again right at people. Part of the struggles with his Panther lineup.
First offering, inside and high for strike one.
It's hard. It's really hard as a hitter when you're trying to find and know the correct zone. And Greenwood, coaches that and teaches that, and you're not getting that pitch.
The 0-1. High and tight. Almost gave him a haircut. Ball and a strike to Reed Raby.
I think his dad would like that too.
Here's the 1-1. Fist it towards first. Going to be a tough play for the first baseman. Moore able to get it over, but off the glove, and Reed Raby took a tumble.
So the way he hit that ball off the barrel, has that really odd spin. It kind of had that feeling that something bad was going to happen with the first baseman and trying to field that ball. And the hard part is you got a pitcher coming over on a PFP. They're always supposed to go towards the bag when the ball hits to the right side, and the second baseman's coming over, and collision happens, especially when you have a kind of like a bobble trying to field the ball. Reed's okay. He's a tough kid.
So it's going to bring Damian Bowles to the plate after. Call that a hit or an error?
That's a hit. No, that's an error. That's an error, sorry.
Right. E3 allowing Raby to reach first and bring Damian Bowles to the plate. Runner at first and nobody out. Bowles, center fielder, will take high, throw down as Raby takes off, and they got in. What a throw by Winchester.
I'm not sure if he got the sign to steal. Looks like Greenwood's kind of giving a stare down. Sounds like, or looks like he went on his own there.
That's the lonely walk when you make
an
error like that and get thrown out. Have to walk back to the dugout. In for a strike.
I just know early on in the game, I mean, it's good to be aggressive. But, again, when we're trying to get runners on and with nobody out and trying to move them over and, every which way, getting thrown out to steal is pretty tough to swallow right now.
1-1. Fouled back. Look out. Almost took a kid out. Ball 2 strikes on Damian Bowles. Ball 2 strikes. Shepard deals. Caught the outside corner. Strike 3.
Very frustrating for a hitter. Again, when you do BP and you're being coached of, what's a strike and what's not a strike and, how to attack a pitch inside, middle, or away. That's not a pitch Damian, he's coached to hit or he wants to hit. It's difficult.
Got to bring the DH. Towards third, it's Phillips. And it's off the glove of Phillips. And that will be another error for the Smoky Mountain Mustangs.
I talked to Addix for the game. I asked him how he's feeling. He said, I feel pretty good. Just trying to get my timing down and just trying to get the barrel out there. And it feels like the ball's kind of getting in on him a little bit. Again, he makes contact. Good wheels, smart player. He's just trying to really get in a rhythm and try to get hits in bunches.
So with 2 out and a runner at first, that's going to bring the top of the order, Ian Knapp, to the plate. Knapp takes low and outside. 4-1.
Addix has a good lead right here. So at this moment, with 2 outs, a lot of time coaches just say, all right, we're at the top of the order with 2 outs. This is where you want to get really aggressive on the base pass. This is where you will want to send your runner to steal. If he gets thrown out, you lead off the next inning with the leadoff hitter.
The 1-0 pitch. Caught the corner, strike 1. Knapp 0 for 1 in the game. He flied out his first plate appearance.
I'd like to see Greenwood put the steal sign on right now.
Addix Sutton down at first. Bouncer to short, Granning up with it, bobbles it, and everybody's going to be safe. Another error on the Smoky Mountain infield.
Get a little snake bitten out there. Again, you start making errors with your infield, they're going to start really getting a little lack of confidence. Again, in baseball, talked about it last night, just putting the ball in play and putting pressure on the defense. And, Smoky's a little bit down right now, 2-7, struggling a little bit, make them make mistakes.
It's Anderson Terrell that strolls to the plate now. He's 0 for 1. Tapped to short his only time up. 2 out, 2 on for the Panthers. Fouled off, right side.
It's a good opportunity for Anderson. He's a really good backside hitter. When I say that, that means you're going to see the first baseman kind of playing behind the runner. You get the second baseman trying to hold the runner at second, and you got that big wide side open. And he knows he's a good hitter.
The 0-1. High. First ball 1. 1-1 strike to Anderson Terrell.
Haven't seen too many back-to-back breaking pitches here. Hopefully Anderson understands that and really jumps all over this fastball.
1 strike. Terrell wanted to pull back, couldn't. Strike 2.
I think he got crossed up there. I think he was guessing breaking pitch. But now he has to really, really be careful. So he's choked up a little bit. I see it. He's moved his hands up. He's being a smart hitter right here, putting the ball in play if he can.
Hits it right side by the second baseman. That'll score 1 run. Heading down to third is Addix. We'll check that. Ian Knapp, Attic Sutton will score. And Terrell, it's an RBI single, and he's at first.
As I said, Anderson's a really good backside hitter. That was wide open. If there is not a runner at second base, that could be a routine ground ball out. But Anderson's growing up real fast. You can see the excitement, why people really think highly of this kid as a baseball player. He's grown up in the game, and his family's heart is really involved. And I know Andrews gave him a few ideas and tricks.
That's going to bring Malachi Hayes to the plate. Drew a walk his last time up. And Hayes takes low for ball one.
See, I'm shocked right here. Now you got a first baseman hole in the runner, and you got the second baseman really shaded towards the bag instead of playing the hole and shading the shortstop over.
Here's the 1-0 offering. In the dirt, 2-0.
And why I'm saying that is you got Malachi. I mean, he's one of the top hitters in the conference. And, he likes to pull the pitch. He's not really a backside hitter. Again, he wants middle in. If this pitcher can deliver it, you can see a double right down the line. Scoring two.
The 2-0 offering. Caught the corner for strike one.
Yeah, Malachi did not like that pitch. That ball was way off the plate. He doesn't show up umpires. He just you just kind of know his expressions, and you could tell he was not happy with that call.
The 2-1. Runner takes off at first, sent into left field. On his horse, Bowers
down.
Cannot make the play. One run comes home to score. Here comes Anderson Terrell, and he's going to score. Standing at second is Malachi Hayes.
Big double there. Again, when the ball comes off the left-hander's bat, it's going to tail away towards the line. And that left fielder, he was coming hard. He had a lay out, just missed it. Big hit by Malachi.
That's going to bring Jackson Hersey to the plate.
Listen, Josiah only needs 2 or 3 runs. You get him a lead, he's going to get settled in, and this is where you're going to see the best out of him. Now here comes Jackson, hit a laser in the first inning up the middle for a base hit. Again, he's feeling really good. With a pull hitter, he's doing a good job actually hitting, through all sides of the field, spraying the ball around.
So the Panthers, after trailing 1-0 coming into this inning, have opened up a 3-1 lead.
Big right side's open again.
Most of the damage done with 2 out. Shepard deals, swung on and missed, pops away from, they'll say it was tipped at the plate, so the runner could not advance. Strike one.
That was more of a half swing. It looked big because the ball was up in his eyes, but I think he wanted to pull that bat back a little bit, not his pitch.
The 0-1. In the dirt. Evens it up. Winchester able to scoop it.
Every hitter in our lineup should go up to the plate thinking he's got to get that ball up because the umpire is not giving him the low strike. And Jackson wants to extend his arms. He's very strong.
1-1 in the air. Going to be trouble. That's dropping. In center field. That'll score Malachi Hayes. And heading down to second, the throw is over the head of the second baseman. So all the way down to third goes Jackson Hersey.
Give a lot of credit to Jackson Hersey, again, not just by getting a base hit and an RBI, but he came out hard out of the box, took that big turn, he read the throw, and once the ball was in the air and the cutoff man was nowhere to be found, he just kept on going to second base. Again, applying pressure to a team that's really struggling defensively, it's how you're going to get runs. And we are snapping out of our funk right now.
Will Rowers now at the plate.
Will Rowers.
Hit by a pitch, his only time up. Hits that one in the air, going to fall in front of the left fielder. Base hit. So the hit parade continues for the Panthers, and it's now 5-1.
For the last few games and last night, I said Will Rowers has a really good swing going. And, one of the things that we've told him and, Coach Green has told him is don't change a thing. Don't change a thing. Just know that your swing is on plane. It's ready to go. Just have confidence. And Will, it's coming. It's coming. Freshman's going to going to really show out second half of the season.
Brings Jaden Rogers to the plate after 4 consecutive hits off of Case and Shepard. Rogers flied out his only time up, and he swings and misses.
I'd like to see Greenwood put the steal sign for Will. Will could show off his speed here.
Rowers gets a lead down at first, dancing it around. Now that's going to cause Shepard to step off.
I mean, Will's really talented. He's just a talented athlete. Just getting started.
The 0-1. Rowers takes off, pitches high, throw down is by second base. Rowers heads to third. They're going to send him. Trouble in the outfield. Rowers will score. And it's now 6-1 Franklin.
Speed, kills. Will's got a lot of it. Bat throw by the catcher, overthrew it. The center fielder, he didn't have his eyes down. Had his eyes going straight, watching the runner go around. And again, a lot of mistakes by the Mustangs here.
In the air, foul down the right field line.
Look at the schedule you put up there. Again, we come through this game. We win last night. Hopefully win tonight. We got a lot of winnable games in the next 3 or 4 weeks.
No doubt.
Or 2 weeks, sorry.
1-1. Check the swing, went around. Oh, that was strike 3. I missed a strike in there. So, Rogers strikes out, but the Panthers are able to plate 6 runs in the inning, aided by 3 Smoky Mountain errors. And we head to the top of the 3rd inning. It's now the Panthers up 6-1. Stay with us. Welcome back as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. If you tuned away and then have come back, the Panthers have exploded. 6 runs and 5 hits and have taken a 6-1 lead over the Mustangs of Smoky Mountain as Hersey makes his warm-up tosses, waiting on Rogers. You see him now getting the handoff from his head coach, and they'll take a couple more warm-up tosses. Talking about the schedule before we went to break. Here it is, Ryan. Talk about some of the winnable games you've got coming up.
Obviously, you see Smoky. We had a lead at Pisgah into the 5th inning. Again, that's going to be a very competitive game. We definitely have a chance to win. Smoky, again. AC Reynolds is not the AC Reynolds of old. They've been kind of down the last few years. Brevard, same thing. And then you run into a buzzsaw with Wes Henderson. Yeah. But, again, if we can at least win – obviously tonight in the next 4 games, which I have a lot of confidence we can, and then go into West and just really play our best baseball because we should be a lot better in 2 weeks from now. Asheville's difficult. We beat North Buncombe earlier, and East Henderson is down. Mm-hmm. So, again, the second half of the season beginning tonight, we have a really good shot of, again, getting our team back over 500 and, push towards the playoffs.
There's the conference standings as both of these teams you're watching tonight are searching for that elusive first conference victory. You see East Henderson on the schedule as well. They are 0 right now.
Yeah, you can't just look at the records and say, they have no chance. We have played one of the most difficult schedules in the state against really big-time schools. That's going to help our RPI, and picking up a bunch of wins is going to push us into the playoffs. So,
leading things off for Smoky, it is Andy Moore, and he squares, takes low, bounces up to the catcher Rogers for ball one. Moore last time up, he drew a walk. Began the ball game with a walk, ended up being stranded. The 1-0. Soft tap, going to be fielded by Hersey. Throws to his brother Jackson. And there's one out in the inning. That'll bring to the plate Cade Granning. He struck out his last time up.
Yeah, the first 2 innings, Josiah's pitch count's kind of up a little bit with a couple walks. So we need a really fast inning here, and that's a good start.
Shortstop, Cade Granning.
Clouds are looking ominous here. There's some dark clouds that are gathering.
My
Bounces up.
My mom actually messaged me. She lives in Murphy, and she's saying they have tornado warnings right now.
That's not good.
So all you people who are living in Macon County hearing this broadcast, you may want to
waiting the 1-0. It's in the dirt. 2-0.
Josiah's okay. He's fine. Just going to find his rhythm again.
That one misses. 3-0.
Now that pitch right there is a little bit unusual. Usually you don't see him kind of, bring his leg kick up and looking back in his glove. I don't know if he mishandled the grip or whatever that was. Okay.
Ball 4. That's a walk.
As good as he is, and he's electric. He's been elite last year in our conference, and he's really healthy right now with a good fastball. Still got to kind of rein him in a little bit.
We get a meeting on the mound, pitcher and catcher, coach. And it looks like we're okay for a little while. Looking at the radar, I was bringing it up. You scared me there with the tornado warnings, but yeah, the clouds look very ominous, very, very ominous. That's going to bring to the plate Kason Shepard, the pitcher, after Granning heads down to first.
Well, George, if you're a tinfoil hat guy and conspiracy theorist, they all keep saying this eclipse is kind of changing the weather patterns around the world. I don't know.
Yeah, I have. I've heard about that, and I've also heard that it's the Rapture because the eclipse is going over. I think there's a town in Indiana or Kentucky called Rapture.
Indiana. Is that where?
It's just bizarre, but that's how it is. Throw over and back safely is Kason Shepard. We've got a game that night, so we may be here, we may not be. Who knows?
Maybe it's Andy Scheidler who's
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
he lives in Indiana.
We blame it on Andy.
Hope he's listening. It's his fault.
Fouled off at the plate. 0-1 to count to Kason Shepard.
Yeah, Coach Taylor went out there. Very smart by him. Just, hey, first leadoff guy getting on the base, and let's talk a little bit and just kind of settle you down and figure out everything's okay, and spoke words of wisdom. Runners at the cut of the grass. Could be moving here.
The 0-1 fouled back off the screen, and the whole 0-2 is Shepard. Weston Winchester, the catcher, is on deck.
Feels like he's got back into the groove a little bit right here. Like his location.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. Just got a piece of it, like a breaking ball.
Yeah, that was sharp. You look at Ian Knapp's curveball last night, which is a really good 12-6, more loopy. That comes in pretty hard and, late break, and that really fools the hitter. I mean, I'd be kind of shocked here if Ellenberg sends the runner, especially down by 5 runs and needing base runners. But anything's possible.
The 0-2. Runner stays put, swung on and missed. Throw down to first as he was hanging off the bag, but he gets back safely, does. Granting the 2 out in the inning. That'll bring the cleanup hitter, Weston Winchester, to the plate.
That was a good hard fastball. You know, the Mustangs really not having a hard time catching up with it.
Weston Winchester.
That's the 4th strikeout for Josiah Hersey in the ball game. And Winchester was a victim of a strikeout his first time up.
You know, a lot of times you can do a lot of damage with a 2-seam, 4-seam.
That one is in the air, left field, going to drop for a base hit. Going to stop the runner at second as Terrell able to field it and throw it in relatively quickly. First and second with 2 out. Going to bring Jack Bowers to the plate.
Got a little nervous. Andrew's coming over hard to his right and he's backhanding that, especially with his outfield will kind of make the ball bounce a little bit weird. Usually you want to kind of square it up and kind of like a catcher on a wild pitch, you know, in case the ball, you know, bobbles and bounces up, you can block it with your chest.
Get a courtesy runner in for the catcher. It's Walleyes are now running at first.
Jackson Bowers.
Bowers settles into the left-handed batter's box. As you see the wind picking up.
Yeah, I can hear a whipping.
Oh, yeah. Bowers takes high for ball 1.
Now, I like our defensive set right here. You know, this is kind of how I would play it. You got Jackson way back. I mean, that runner first doesn't matter, but he's off the line. You got Malachi more towards the hole, and you got Ian more working the runner.
The 1-0 pitch. High, ball 2.
That runner at second base is really, once he picks his leg up to go home, he's really bounced it off. I would love to see an inside move. See if we can get a run down and get him off the bag here.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Low, ball 3.
Great opportunity. I hope Coach Taylor will put this on right now.
.30 pitch. Caught the corners for strike 1.
This is where you have your shortstop kind of come behind the runner. Once he bails out, usually the runner's going to bounce off, and you can have Malachi come hard to the bag and inside move him.
3-1. Misses. Ball 4. Going to load the bases now with 2 out and bring Dawson Gunner to the plate.
I do know that Abe, talking to Greenwood earlier before the game, you know, Abe is the second guy in long relief in case there's any issues. I don't see anybody moving around to get down there. I know with Abe, who's typically more of a starting type pitcher, he may want to get down there and really take his time.
It's the 3rd walk for Josiah Hersey, 2 in this inning. Bases loaded, 2 out, and Gunner comes to the plate. He led off the 2nd inning with a tap to short. He's 0 for 1.
This is the most shocking part because, you know, Josiah does not walk people, and 3 walks right now is like a half a season last year.
That one's fouled off.
See the bullpen getting loose, and Abe is jogging down there with Gunnar McConnell. You really want Josiah to get through this inning and the next inning, get through 4.
You see him there running down quickly to the dugout or to the bullpen. Time called at the plate by Gunner. He'll step out.
I just know as a coach right here, I'm going to let Josiah just keep going. 2 outs. I want him to get through 4 tonight. 5 is a plus.
Rogers able to keep that one in front of him. Evens it up.
And one of the big reasons is, you know, when we were in the playoffs, you know, you want your starting pitcher to work through tough times and get out of jams. And right now, this is a good opportunity for Josiah. I know you don't want him on base, but there'll be moments in the season where the game's on the line and he needs to be in this situation and learn to get out of it.
1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is a little bit low for ball 2.
I think he's kind of rushing his front side a little bit, kind of leaving his arm back instead of really gathering and coming home.
tapped foul, third base line. That'll take the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases loaded and 2 out here at the top of the third inning. Just 1 hit so far in the inning. 2 walks have been the killer. We'll see if Hersey can pitch out of a jam. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Gunner stays alive as that one is sent down the right field line over the grandstands.
You heard me say it till I'm blue in the face. You know, with a fastball throw and a strike throw with velocity, I would love for him to implement the shake-off. Shake-off fastball, and you throw your fastball. You need to get that hitter really thinking like, oh, is he coming with a curveball here? And then
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 are out. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. High chop. Hayes fields to first. Got him. 4-3 goes Gunner, and Josiah Hersey able to pitch out of a jam. Smoky leads the bases loaded in the top half of the third inning. Cannot scratch across a run. And we head to the bottom of the third inning with the Panthers up 6-1. Stay with us.
Chris Rummins Construction is a family-owned, licensed building contractor servicing the Franklin, Highlands, and Cashers area, specializing in custom home construction, remodels, and additions, as well as custom trim and closet cabinetry. Start your project today with Chris Rummins Construction.
In open space, Hanley at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Davis hits one into right pretty well. Right fielder backpedaling. It's out of here. Bottom of the third we go, 6-1 Panthers. Bottom of the order once again. Got to come to the plate for Coach Jared Greenwood. Reed Raby, Damian Bowles, and Attic Sutton slated to bat here in the home half of the third. Raby reached on an error but was caught stealing on the base pads to begin the second inning. And he's going to begin the third inning leading off 7, 8, and 9 in the Panther order. Up 6-1. Shepard remains on the hill for Coach Jeremy Ellenberg. Kason Shepard looks in for the sign. And Reed Raby takes high for ball 1.
good start in the at-bat, getting ahead of the count here for Reed. Looking for fastballs here to hit.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Misses, ball 2.
Yeah, it's a good spot there by the pitcher. I know the pitcher's pretty upset with that, but again, you got to know as a hitter what's being called tonight, and that pitch is not being called.
Here's the 2-0. Slow bouncer going to be fielded, and then he can't make the play. He fielded it briefly, did the third baseman Phillips, and then could not secure it and throw it over. Like an issue with his hand to the glove exchange, and it's going to be a error. Did you say error? Yeah.
I say it's an error, and you're correct, George. Obviously, he fielded the ball cleanly, just could not corral it.
That's going to bring to the plate Damian Bowles as Raby reaches on an error once again. Bowles struck out as the throw goes over and gets past the first baseman, but Raby went into the bag hard, and he's going to slowly get up. I'll check to see if he's okay.
Seems like he's getting beat up a little bit tonight. I don't know if he got stepped on or whatnot.
Yeah, he took a tumble when he hit the bag his previous plate appearance. And
he's kind of treating this pitcher, his right-handed pitcher, with a one-way lead, like leaning back to the bag.
Bowles bunts it back to Shepard. He fields to first in time. Bowles able to move the runner over. One gone. That'll bring Attic Sutton, the DH, to the plate.
I really love seeing this out of Coach Greenwood. Obviously, big-time high school home run hitter. Went to South Carolina, played in the College World Series. Big-time home run hitter at Western. Here he is, implement a little small ball. I guess a little bit of, Jeff Graham kind of in his back of his brain of, not only just hitting bombs, but also, playing small ball.
So Sutton comes to the plate. He reached on an error, his last plate appearance. And that one's in the dirt.
We said for a long time, Coach Greenwood is the last 2 years has had a really good teams getting to the playoffs, and now when you are having a team that's down right now, it's going to make you really coach and find yourself deep inside.
Time called. Sutton comes out of the batter's box briefly. Now he's going to stand back in. Long look for Shepard. He finally comes home and misses 2-0.
And that's amazing. The pitcher's upset because that's been a strike all night long. Now he's behind 2-0. Attic's really got to find that ball out front. He's got to really get that barrel in his hands out front instead of getting on his tape.
Sends that one foul down the left field line. Out of play. 2 balls and a strike now to Attic Sutton.
Attic shows good wheels. And again, pushing the ball maybe to the right side, kind of watching what Anderson Terrell did early in the game. Really get his hands inside the ball and inside-out swing, kind of like Derek Jeter, what he used to do for a long time for the New York Yankees. Could be a good approach right here.
The 2-1. And Shepard misses high. 3-1.
Middle infield is really worried about the runner. You get multiple looks by the pitcher, but right now you're in a hitter's count. 3-1. Attic really needs to just jump all over the first fastball he sees.
The 3-1. In for a strike. Runs it full, 3-2.
You see, and I wonder about that. What is your approach to the plate? You're seeing nothing but a fastball down the middle, and he's laying off that. And I don't know if he's confused by something or whatnot.
3-2. Ball 4. Laid off. And Attic Sutton drew a walk. So 2 are on. Top of the order comes to the plate.
This is really where we can do damage, George. Again, we've got a 5-run lead, 6-1. You got hitters who are really on fire come up to the plate with first and second and 1 out.
That'll bring Ian Knepp to the plate. He reached on an error, came around to score in that 6-run second inning.
Ellenberg over there for Smoky Mountains getting a little antsy. He's coming out to the warning track here.
Base hit. They're going to send the runner at third. That'll plate 1 run. Here comes the throw in. They're going to send another runner. That's Sutton. And he slides in safe. And it's 8-1, Franklin.
I don't think the Smoky fans are really happy about that call at home, but again, he got his foot underneath, and Ellenberg right now is challenging that. I don't know if he ran through the stop sign there by Coach Greenwood. I thought he threw him up there, but maybe he just felt like I have that. But again, you better listen to your coach. He's the one who puts the lineup in.
That's right.
Maybe run foul poles tomorrow, even though they have the day off.
Double for Knepp. He stands at second as Ellenberg continues to argue the call at the plate. Oh, he just got kicked out.
I'm shocked by that.
Wow.
I'm very shocked by that.
I'm trying to remember if I've seen a coach get ejected in a high school game. It's rare.
Well, I'll say this.
Very rare.
Senior night.
That's true. I do remember
Bergen.
this one.
Bergen Tatum got tossed before even a pitch was thrown.
That's why I don't remember it, because it wasn't actually during the game.
Did we not do the game? I thought I had to come off the – because I don't think Bradley had to go down to the
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
So George was like,
I do remember that now.
I'll be back here in a second. I got to figure out what happened. Double duty.
Yeah. Well, you rarely see the old heave-ho like we just saw. Got a good shot of it here with the camera.
You're right. That's shocking. I've never seen that before.
You'll see them just to get ejected from the dugout because they've been in there and giving a lot of lip. But the old heave-ho is
I will say this. In Major League Baseball and college, that's okay. But in high school baseball, I know as an AD, and Coach Bradley is also the other AD, we don't like that one bit because that's a school fine. And, high school, we're not rich.
Yeah. Anderson Terrell at the plate, and he takes a strike. Jeremy Ellenberg.
I do know they have a bigger budget over there in Jackson County than we do.
Right.
Yeah, we don't. We have a tiny budget here. I don't know
rolling
how.
In the money in Jackson County. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they are rolling money.
In the right field for a base hit. They're going to send the runner from second, and he's going to score.
You're seeing a freshman hitter. Again, this is why Anderson's up on varsity and in the 2 spot. He puts the ball in play. Big time backside hitter. A lot of Derek Jeter in him right now, and that's good to see. 9-1, blowing this game open. And here's the best part: you do want to get Josiah in through 4 innings, get him out of there, and give Abrams some innings. Try to work through his issues a little bit and get hot.
That's going to bring to the plate Malachi Hayes. He doubled his last plate appearance. He drew a walk his first opportunity. Now we're going to get a meeting on the mound with the entire Smoky Mountain infield. They're going to talk things over. We haven't done this tonight, but we've actually got our own Doppler radar.
Look at that.
There's the rain, so hopefully it's going to stay to the north of us, skirting the
we're good.
state line. I think we're going to be okay.
We're good.
That's our AccuWindow radar.
I wonder
weather.
I wonder if Coach Ellenberg's going to go back see Miss Graining, who's the principal of Smoky Mountain, says, hey, listen, I got tossed. I'm sorry. But let's go pull up the FPSN broadcast because they do such a great job, and we can get that close-up and see, hey, this is why I got tossed. I don't know what's wrong with this umpire.
We can replay the ejection over and over and over. Hopefully he'll get a laugh at it. Doubtful in the next few days, but maybe in a couple of years he can go back and watch it.
She's understanding over there. I've had a conversation with her a time or two.
Hayes at the plate. Meeting is over. Swings and misses.
Now, that swing right there by Malachi is like, listen, I'm getting tired of walk. I'm taking a hack.
Right. I'll try to put the ball in play. Swings and misses.
Guess he ate some dirt there.
And look, the catcher, Winchester, took his mask off. Umpire's going to give him a few extra seconds to regain his composure. 0-2 on Malachi Hayes. Runner at first. Still just 1 out in the inning. 3 runs have come across. Hayes waits. Runner takes off, and it's fouled off down the first base line. Hayes stays alive.
As a coach before, in the third base box, and I would see the shortstop and the second baseman, really playing away from the bag in the hole with the runner at first. I love to put a delay steal on.
Awaiting the 0-2 pitch. Runner takes off again. It's high, and a no throw that time. Catcher's indifference, allowing Anderson Terrell to head down to second. He's in scoring position now.
I think they're just trying to get out of this inning. Right now, his run lead does not really matter right now.
1-2. Evens it up.
Malachi took some big hacks here. He's going to go back to his approach here with good plate discipline. Pound the ball on the ground.
And Blue rings him up, caught the corner for out number 2. Hayes takes a seat, brings Hersey to the plate.
Yeah, very frustrating. That ball is way up and away off the plate. Terrible call.
Number 18, Jackson.
So Hersey tonight hopefully is busting out of his slump. He's 2 for 2 in the game, 2 singles.
Seen the ball very well.
Hersey takes inside for ball 1.
Yeah, umpire. The pitcher's very frustrated. He's chirping back at the umpire. Saying, where was that pitch? Well, he gave you a ball for strike 3 for the last batter, so I don't know.
Pops it up, and it's going to reach the out-of-bounds area directly behind home plate. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. 2 are out. Runner at second. 3 have come across for the Panthers.
You know, I kind of worry about high school sports in general when it comes to officials, referees, umpires. I mean, they take a lot of abuse for little pay.
Yeah. Thankless job. 1-1. Pop foul.
So if these fans want better umpires, well, it's real simple. Lay off them. They're human.
Yeah. Or they can sign up. There's a ton of umpires here in the stand.
Yeah, they can also coach too. You know, they always question.
That's true. That is true.
They won't do it.
The 1-2 pitch. Fisted foul. Stays alive at a ball, 2 strikes.
We always joke, you can coach this team better. Here you go.
Better, huh?
You come up with a 2.5-hour practice plan. I want to see it. Then you implement it.
And you motivate 14 to 18-year-olds every day. 1-2 pitch. Swings and misses, does Hersey, and that's strike 3. But the damage has been done for the Panthers. 3 runs come across. And now Franklin has opened up a 9-1 lead as we head to the 4th inning. Stay with us.
My name is Tanner Jones. I'm a sophomore and I play golf. My grandpa influenced me and taught me how to play golf. My favorite golfer is Tiger Woods. That's it. Oh! Hey, he's out of here. My favorite course so far that I've played on is Springdale Country Club. I would like to play college golf at Division II or higher, and I'd also like to move on to the Corn Ferry Tour.
The Athlete of the Month has been presented by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first, member FDIC. And by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. They take pride in providing world-class care right here at home.
Welcome back. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Bottom of the order for Smoky Mountain is due up. Franklin now with a 9-1 lead over the Mustangs. Trace Phillips will lead it off. Josh Mitchell and Ethan Gilder slated to bat for the Mustangs. And Phillips will take high for ball 1. Phillips has a double in the game. He came around to score, the only run for Smoky. He came back in the 2nd inning. Up the middle on a hop. Knapp fields to first in time. 1 gone in the top of the 4th. That's going to bring Josh Mitchell to the plate. Mitchell singled back in that 1-run 2nd inning. He was caught at second, stealing. He's the second baseman for the Mustangs.
Big inning for Josiah, 4th inning. Locks in a win, gets through it here. Get quick outs.
Just joined us, the Panthers and the Smoky Mountain Mustangs are looking for their first conference victory. Both come in with 7 losses. Franklin 3-7 and Smoky 2-7 and Ophir in the conference. Franklin has played one more conference game than Smoky. Hersey comes set. Mitchell swings and misses.
I will go in the bag and I will go touch the bag.
He did. He did make contact with it.
That's
back
odd.
swing.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I rarely do.
I wish you had instant replay. I want to see that again.
Yeah, it was a backswing that hit the ball, but it was in foul territory, and I think it hit home plate. If it had gone into fair territory, I think it would have been a fair ball. Another swing and a miss.
I mean, Josiah's probably around 80 pitches right now, and he's still showing a really good fastball.
Mitchell waits the 0-2 pitch. Outside corner, strike 3. 2 are gone. Gilder now comes to the plate. Smoky Mountain fans right below us are very unhappy. Similar to Jeremy Hellenberg, who got ejected.
I get it.
Gilder that'll stroll to the plate. And Gilder is 0 for 1. He flew out back in the second inning. So quickly 2 gone. Talked about a quick inning for Hersey. He pitched out of a jam his last time on the mound. That one's in for a strike.
Yeah, that's a very sharp pitch. I'm going to do a quick inning here. We'll roll him out in the 5th inning, and I know Jerry will be tickled to get 5 innings out of him.
The 0-1. Swung on and missed. Gilder reached, couldn't make contact. And again, Hersey out in front, 0-2 on a batter.
He's really cruising right now.
The 0-2 offering. Fouled off, stays alive, does Gilder.
I just love the fact that Josiah knows. He knows that his fastball is a really good fastball, and this team is really struggling just to hit itself, and no reason to throw a variety of pitches, off-speed, change-ups, or anything like that. Just challenge with the fastball.
The 0-2. In the dirt for ball 1.
You know, typically if you give up a really good hard hit off a fastball and, pitchers start panicking and they start throwing their off-speed pitches, breaking balls, sliders, curveballs, and all whatnot. Just sounds like that. You got to hit off me, but I'm still coming back with my best stuff.
The 1-2 pitch. Misses low, evens it up.
Yeah, it looks like he's a little disconnected with his lower half and his arm. Just needs to load that backside and just kind of bring that force like he's hitting, like a hitter would, and be strong.
2-2. Backs him off, runs it full.
That was a good location there. I mean, it's a good inside fastball. A lot of times when these hitters crowd the plate, and sometimes you don't need to be robbed because of that.
Payoff pitch. Ball 4. Trying to get it, sneak it in at the knees, and missed. So runner at first for the Mustangs. Top of the order we go, and Andy Moore. 4th walk for Josiah Hersey.
Up to bat, Andy Moore.
Moore drew a walk his first time up, and then he tapped back to the pitcher. His last time up at the dish. Now a throw over, and back safely is Ethan Gilder.
Yeah, and I'm yelling from the dugout. Please focus on the hitter, please. I mean,
Yeah.
You have an 8-run lead. You got 2 outs.
Pops the mitt for strike 1.
Yep, good velocity right there. Umpire's been calling that pitch all night long. Just stay there. You may lose a battle, but the war is tonight in this game.
Now time going to be called at the plate as Moore steps out of the left-handed batter's box. Here's the 0-1. Well outside. Rogers able to keep that one from going to the backstop, and he kept the runner at first. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Kate Granding on deck.
I'm a big fan of the shortstop coming to the pitcher to settle him down a little bit.
1-1.
That's a great pitch. I cannot believe that was on a strike. Josiah is shocked. He is staring at the dugout. Cannot believe it. Slow roll around the mound. Very frustrating.
2 balls and a strike now after he didn't get the call. Andy Moore at the plate. And that one's a strike. 2 balls and a strike now on Moore.
And Josiah's frustrated by that because, again, you don't want to live up there.
Sure. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. Stays alive at 2 balls and 2 strikes, does Moore. Play on here in the 4th inning. The lone run for Smoky came back at the 2nd inning. The Panthers have blown things open in the past 2. 6 runs in the 2nd and 3 in the 3rd inning to make it a 9-1 advantage. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 are out. Popped down the left field line. Now looks like the third baseman, Will Rowers, will make the play for the final outs. Got caught up in the wind and he had to stretch, but he made the play, did Rowers, for the final out. F5 goes Andy Moore, and that's going to put a lid on the Mustangs here in the top half of the 4th inning. They'll strand a runner in as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Panthers have an 8-run lead as we head to break. Stay with us.
Chris Rumman's Construction is a family-owned, licensed building contractor servicing the Franklin, Highlands, and Cashers area, specializing in custom home construction, remodels, and additions, as well as custom trim and closet cabinetry. Start your project today with Chris Rumman's Construction.
In open space, Hanley at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Davis hits one into right pretty well. Right fielder backpedaling. It's out of here. Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Macon Middle School and McConnell Field. Penland Sports Complex. Do have a new pitcher on the mound for the Mustangs. It's going to be Bowers that will now pitch for Shepard. He's making his final warm-up tosses. Bowers was in the game. He was over in left field, so we'll see who the new left fielder is for the Mustangs. Middle part of the order coming up for the Panthers is Will Rowers, Jaden Rogers, and Reed Raby slated to bat as Rowers will stand in after being hit by a pitch and singling here in the ball game. He singled back in the 2nd inning in that big 6-run second. Bowers deals a little high for ball 1. Let's see if Shepard went into left field for the Mustangs. Can't tell from this angle. That one's a little high for ball 2.
You know, watching Will over the last few weeks, you know, one of the things that I saw early in the season, he had a little bit of a hitch, kind of dropping his hands a little bit. He's pretty much gotten rid of that. He's gotten really short. Looks really strong at the plate right now.
Here's a 2-0, and William Rowers sends it over to short. Granding up with it. Bobbles it briefly, and he's not going to be able to throw him out. Rowers has some wheels, and he beats the throw.
I just think if he would have fielded that cleanly, it would have been a bang-bang play. I mean, he really flies down that line. I mean, we have really good athletes on this team.
So, Rowers reaches, brings Rogers to the plate. Jaden Rogers is 0 for 2. A strikeout and a fly out. And he takes high for ball one.
Hopefully Jaden lays off the high fastball. I know his last at bat he was kind of chasing a little bit. Knew he wasn't successful.
Pitcher for Smoky.
Probably make the adjustment right now.
1-0 pitch. Swings and misses. And leaving it up at a ball and a strike.
Good
job, JB.
1-1. Sent in the air, foul down the right field line.
Let's go one more right here.
Ball and 2 strikes on Jackson or Jaden Rogers.
Maybe the senior, Jaden Rogers, can kind of follow suit with the freshman Anderson Terrell's done, is really choke up a little bit and put the ball in play. He got base hits out of it.
Bowers deals, and they ring him up. Called strike 3. Rogers takes a seat. First strikeout for Jack Bowers. And it's going to be Reed Raby stepping to the plate. Raby has reached each plate appearance, both via errors for Smoky Mountain. Runner at first and 1 out now here at the bottom of the 4th inning. Bowers steps off. Runner heads back to first and Will Rowers. Rowers takes off. It's low and in the dirt. No throw. Rowers will take second without a throw.
Yeah, Will had a massive jump. So he's been kind of locking him down a little bit during the Jaden Rogers at bat, kind of see how his delivery pattern was, and just took off. Great jump.
The 1-0. High.
We got it right here, JB.
Pitcher's more focused on the runners on base because he's heading home, still staring at the runner down. It's where you lose command.
The 2-0 misses. 3-0.
I mean, it's amazing on both sides of the coin here, where you're down by 8 or up by 8. We're so focused on runners right now. You need to focus on outs.
3-0 pitch.
Yeah, pitch.
And 4 strike.
I mean, I hate to kind of beat the dead horse on this, but, a lot of times, we've pretty much moved away from rec leagues and, local.
3-1. Same pitch, same result. Runs it full, 3-2.
And he doesn't want to swing at that. He's looking for fastball. But, not enough, much practice time here where they from, maybe Jackson County or Macon County. But, we just focus too much on hitting and pitching.
Attaboy.
That's ball 4. Gets away from the catcher.
Let's go. Move.
And runners on the corners now. That'll bring to the plate Damian Bowles.
That we're missing a lot of the the mental parts of the game and what to do and how to handle situations and whatnot.
Bowles has struck out, and he had a sac bunt his last time up to move the runner over.
Man, I tell you what a great opportunity to do a push bunt right here with the left-hander falling towards the third base line. You got the second baseman way back. You got the first baseman holding the runner on. I know this. With the freshman up, still struggling trying to, hit base hits or push, in the outfield. I'm trying to do push bunts here with the right-handed hitter.
That one misses.
The hitter may not like that, but the fact is you can get a base hit and RBI out of it. It'll help your average, give you confidence. I mean, it's one thing if you're a senior 3, 4, 5 hitter, but you got a freshman at the bottom of the order. I don't know what the catcher's thinking here with 1-0 and first and third. It's been a long meeting here.
Meeting is over.
I'll be thoroughly shocked if they threw down a second base on a steal.
Bowles settles back in the right-handed batter's box, awaiting the 1-0 pitch. But he takes a strike.
I mean, it'd be a great opportunity to do a push bunt because you see the ball out of his hand very well. He doesn't hide it. He's not deceptive.
1-1. Right back to the pitcher. Bowers fields, to second for one. They won't get a Speedy Bowers. We'll get the runner from first to second. Two are gone, and the runner at third stays put. So runners on the corners remain for Attic Sutton.
That was a good hard hit by Damien. Bad luck again, right back at the pitcher. It hit so hard the pitcher couldn't catch it.
That'll bring Sutton to the plate, and he has reached both plate appearances. Once by an error, the other by a base on ball. Runner takes off at first, throw down, going to be cut off by the shortstop. And the runner at third stays put. So now runners at second and third with two out.
I'm not a fan of the shortstop cutting off. The fact that, number one, he has to flip his hips and make a throw. Number two, he can't see the runner.
That pitcher's got to also duck because he was in the throwing lane.
Right.
A little bit in for a strike, a little low. They called it.
For me, it's always the second baseman. He can see the throw. He can see the runner.
1-1. A little outside, 2-1.
And the angle of where he has to make that throw in case the runner breaks for home is an easy throw for him. It's the little things, George.
Yep. It adds up to big things. Out in front with the swing. And Sutton. Oh, is that strike three? Okay. All right. I had only a second strike. That'll put a lid on the bottom of the fourth inning as the Panthers do strand a couple of runners. And as we head to the fifth, it's the Panthers up 8 runs. Stay with us. Welcome back. We head to the top of the fifth inning. Franklin up 9-1. Hersey remains out on the mound for Coach Jared Greenwood. Fans, less than a week before our next broadcast. It's coming up on Monday as Franklin will be back here at McConnell Field to take on the Pisgah Black Bears in a game that was scheduled a couple weeks ago, but it got rained out and they rescheduled it to April the 8th. Then the West Henderson Falcons on April the 18th. That's our next broadcast after Monday's affair here at McConnell Field. The defending 3A state champion West Henderson Falcons come here to McConnell Field as the Panthers are on their way, hopefully, if things continue the way that they are, to their first conference victory of the season. You see coming in at 0-5, and the rest of the schedule upcoming for the Panthers in the month of April. So the Mustangs will send the middle part of the order up to face Josiah Hersey. It's going to be Granning, Shepherd, and Winchester. And we'll face Hersey here in the fifth. And Granning reached on a base on ball his last time up, and he struck out his first time up at the dish. Sent back to the screen, 0-1.
It's great news to see Josiah Hersey in the fifth inning. If you think about Major League Baseball, a lot of times guys will have extended spring training to extend their innings or pitches. They get in more of a starter shape, and right now we're almost seeing peak Josiah Hersey.
The 0-1 bounces up. One ball and one strike to Granning.
And I've said all night, throw your fastball. Sometimes I guess, when you get to the fifth inning, you still got to throw your other pitches. And, in competition situations, like right now in the game against, other teams' hitters, just kind of get that feel.
Sent towards short. Going to be a tough hop. Fielded by Knepp to first in time. He charged that one and made a great play.
That is a great play. I see a lot of shortstops in our conference and non-conference that just sit back and wait on it.
Yep.
But one thing about Ian, and I'm glad Will Rowers is watching this because Will is our future shortstop. Right after when Ian graduates, seeing how he charges and throws off the correct leg, because a lot of times, infielders don't make the correct decisions on that.
That'll bring to the plate Kaysen Shepard. And he sends it back to the screen. Shepard tonight singled and struck out. He's 1 for 2. Glad that you have made time to join us on this Tuesday night, a little past 8:30. I'm George Young, along with Ryan Haley, Philip Angel, our executive producer, for some Mountain 7 Conference baseball on spring break for Macon County schools. The 0-1 bounces up. Jackson County out this week?
I don't know.
Different. Sometimes
Probably.
they'll follow Western's spring break, but it's so early now. I don't think they can do that anymore.
I know Haywood's in this week and they're out next week.
Yeah, I know a lot of schools are doing that.
I think right now Coach Cho is kind of working with Josiah and the catcher, Jaden Rogers.
1-1. High and tight.
Working on sequences, just kind of get into the groove with that. It's not just, putting signs down and throwing pitches. Learning to set up hitters, throw curveballs to first pitches and whatnot.
The 2-1. Swings and misses. That one popped the net with some velocity.
Probably his hardest fastball of the night right now, and that's really good in the 5th inning. I think I just went deaf.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. It's quickly 2 gone. That's going to bring Winchester, the cleanup hitter, to the plate.
One thing I noticed about him, with runners on, he has that slide step, kind of like a little lift, show hip, pocket, and go.
Number 18.
It seems like his velocity goes down a little bit, command goes down a little bit, but when he gets in that situation where he really gets that leg up and he gathers strong on his backside, it's really coming in hard and good movement.
That was a 6th strikeout for Josiah Hersey, as he wants to do baseball. Winchester, 1 for 2, a strikeout and a single. And he takes high for ball 1.
Looks like he's trying to pitch backwards this inning, starting off hitters with first pitch curveball, which is things you do need to work on. Can't just keep using the same routine over and over again. Hitters will pick up on that.
The 1-0. Swings and misses as Winchester heaves it up.
He is really have a good fastball when he really gets gathered in his backside. Really under control with his body, his mechanics.
Time called. Winchester going to step out. The 1-1 to the screen. Ball 2. Bowers is on deck, but there's 2 gone in the inning. Two, 1, swung on and missed. Yeah. The sounds of the game.
Is it the game?
We'll say it is.
That was an alligator kind of with a predator from 87.
Yeah, probably something like that. 2-2. All the way to the backstop. It's going to roll back to Josiah. Runs it full, 3-2.
Josiah still has to, again, big lead, 2 outs. Need to stay focused and gathered.
Payoff. All 4. 2 out. Winchester heads down to first. That's going to bring Bowers to the plate. He drew a walk his last time up.
Tell you, my best guess right now is Coach Green really wants him to finish his last hitter. It could be his last hitter just because of his pitch count.
Yep.
And the way, Abe Appel is, he's got that starter mentality. He would probably want to come in the 6th inning if we don't score 2 to win and just kind of get that fresh start, nobody on, get laxed. Not get laxed, but relaxed.
Okay, there's some discussion here. All right, so Winchester's going to remain at first. They had brought Josh Mitchell, and I guess to run
number 5,
for
Jackson
the
Bowers.
catcher. That was the discussion because Mitchell is in the lineup already. Here we go. Runner at first, 2 out. Bowers at the plate.
I want Josiah Hersey not even think about the runner and think about the hitter right here. Because right now he's batter to batter. This could be his last batter of the night.
Allen misses for ball 1.
See, that's the thing. He's rushing his delivery with the runner on, and I wish he could just stay consistent when he gathers. Get that knee up, get loaded, then go.
The 1-0 swung on and missed.
This is where, as a coach, you tell your pitchers, like, listen, they're not going to steal.
Right.
They need runners.
Yeah, I don't think the catcher's going to steal either. 1-1 is in there for a strike. Ball, 2 strikes now to Bowers. One, 2. Misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Got frustrated Mustang fans here.
Yeah. The growl thought it was a strike, which we've seen some that are very questionable throughout the evening. 2-2 to the backstop.
Got him.
Now they've got him caught between first and second. Throw down. Throw was there, and he's out. That's going to retire the side for the Mustangs in the 5th inning. We head to the bottom half with the Panthers up 9-1. Stay with us.
My name is Tanner Jones. I'm a sophomore and I play golf. My grandpa influenced me and taught me how to play golf. My favorite golfer is Tiger Woods. Miss it. Oh! He's out of here. My favorite course so far that I've played on is Springdale Country Club. I would like to play college golf at Division II or higher, and I'd also like to move on to the Corn Ferry Tour.
The Athlete of the Month has been presented by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first, member FDIC. And by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. They take pride in providing world-class care right here at home.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th we go at McConnell Field. You see Jack Bowers making his final warm-up tosses. He had to wait till Winchester got suited back up, his catcher, and he's going to make a few more tosses before we get the bottom half of the 5th underway. Reminder, fans, we'll be back on coming up Monday here at McConnell Field as long as we survive the partial eclipse that's happening on Monday. Pisgah, 7 o'clock or so. We'll have that ball game in the Mountain 7 Conference. When Pisgah and Franklin get together, there's usually a lot of emotion and usually a pretty good crowd, so we hope that you will join us if you can't here at McConnell Field. So the top of the order will lead things off with the Panthers. And Ian Knapp Anderson Terrell and Malachi Hayes are slated to bats here in the 5th inning. Ian Knepp has a double, reached on an error, and he flied out.
Number 7, Ian Knepp.
Knepp, the shortstop, is ready to face Bowers for the first time. Bowers came in relief back in the 4th inning. Sends that one in the air. Shallow center field. It's going to be Josh Mitchell, the second baseman. That'll make the play for out number 1.
Here comes our hot hitter right now.
Anderson Terrell is 2 for 3 in the game.
Number 1, Anderson
Pair of hits and grounded out short. His first plate appearance, and he takes high for strike 1.
Okay. I got nothing to say, George.
The 0-1. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bowers looks in for the sign. 1-1. Bounces up. Ball 2.
Anderson's winning the count here, 2-1. He's going to see fastball here. You know, he's pretty uncanny for a freshman. I think he has a plan every time he comes to the plate.
A 2-1 offering. Up the middle, base hit. Anderson Terrell is 3 for 4 in the game, and he's going to head down to first, and that's going to bring Malachi Hayes to the plate. Malachi tonight doubled, struck out, and walked. He'll settle into the left-handed batter's box. We'll play on here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hayes sends it by the first baseman into right field for a base hit. Back-to-back hits off of Bowers. It'll bring Hersey to the plate.
Yeah, he really turned that pitch. Almost killed Anderson. Anderson had to go back to the bag. Or he may be in the hospital, or Lynette's going to tend to him. Good smoke there right there by Malachi Hayes.
13, Jackson Hersey.
Hersey at the plate, and he takes high.
Hersey's hitting the ball hard tonight. Last couple weeks, he's really seeing the ball well. Again, right side's open.
Time called at the plate and granted to Hersey. Nice pitch, caught the inside corner.
Yeah, very good pitch.
What a break on that one. Ball and the strike on Hersey. First and second. 1 out for the Panthers. Fouled off at the plate. Ball and 2 strikes on Jackson.
Base hit here will score Anderson. They're acting like they're trying to keep him close, but with an 8-run lead, or they're down by to the Smoky side, they're just trying to get outs right now.
Sent foul, left side.
Pitcher Stone has some really good tilt on his pitches. I like seeing that from the left-handed side. Very loose, very easy, smooth delivery.
High. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hopefully Jackson chokes up a little bit, puts the ball in play.
Hersey swings. They're going to have to throw him out, and they do.
Watch home.
Runners advance.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, third baseman looks confused. I don't know if he thinks it's a dead ball. Again, the runners can go on their own accord. He's automatically out. I don't know why the catcher threw to first base. But again, maybe the little things they don't work on, I don't know. I'm not out there practices. But I know these are things that, a lot of coaches do discuss of how to handle situations like that. By the way, base hit ends the game.
Rowers at the plate. He is 2 for 3 and takes a strike.
I think Wiltshire hit that one in the auto. His helmet came off on that swing.
He was hit by a pitch and a couple of singles. The 0-1's fouled off.
All right, here we go. So he's in a pitcher's count, 0-2. Will takes big hacks. I mean, he's not. Oh, okay. He's not going to change his swing so far as I've seen him in the last few games.
One, 2. Oh, 0-2 rather. Inside. Now 1-2. That one just missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Very good play discipline by Will to lay off that curveball. That was a very sharp pitch, just out of the zone. I still haven't seen back-to-back breaking pitches. I'm not sure. This may be the moment he does it.
2-2. Runs it full, 3-2.
Again, I'm looking fastball. I have not seen many curveballs come over for strikes.
3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. 4 strike 3. Rowers is retired and the Panthers are retired in the bottom half of the 5th inning. 9-1 as we head to the 6th. Stay with us.
Chris Rummins Construction is a family-owned, licensed building contractor servicing the Franklin, Highlands, and Cashers area, specializing in custom home construction, remodels and additions, as well as custom trim and closet cabinetry. Start your project today with Chris Rummins Construction.
In open space, Hanley at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Davis hits one into right pretty well. Right fielder backpedaling. It's out of here.
Jackson County spring break was last week.
Okay. Welcome back. Head to the top of the 6th inning with the Panthers up 6-1. Had some heated discussions between fans and umpires in the break. And I think cooler heads have prevailed. So we're going to get a new pitcher on the mound for the Panthers as Abram Appel is making his final warm-up tosses. And he's going to face the middle part of the order for Smoky Mountain. You've got Bowers, Gunner, and Phillips, as Bowers was at the plate when the inning ended on a steal attempt in the top of the 5th inning. So Appel's going to get some extra chances to warm up here. And we're in the Mountain 7 Conference slates. The middle part of that conference slate is we've thrown the standings up a couple of times. These two teams searching for their first conference victory. Panthers up 9-1 as we play here in the 6th inning. Well, Bowers strolls back up to the plate.
Up to bat for the Mustangs, number 5,
Tonight,
Jackson Bowers.
he is 0 for 2, has a strikeout, and he also drew a walk.
I really like to see Abe Appel's approach in this inning right now. He does have a lot of strikeouts.
Appel deals high for ball one.
I mean, he has a really good live fastball. He has a lot of strikeouts. 2 innings pitch. The problem is he's been hit by the walk bug a little bit. Just keeps missing the zone up and away.
Takes that one high.
First pitch is up, and that second one's away. I know Coach Greenwood is really counting on him this year, and he's trying to hope he can find his way.
2-0. 3-0.
I mean, Abe works really hard. He worked really hard in the offseason. He takes this very seriously.
3-0. In for a strike.
I don't know if there's maybe a little bit of a mechanical flaw. Usually it takes one little piece that can kind of throw things out of whack a little bit, and he's trying to hope he can find his way.
3-1. Runs it full, 3-2.
And that's the thing you like about Abe. He's really loose. He finishes loose. He's got a loose arm. He's not like a gritter type of guy.
Payoff high, ball 4. So a leadoff walk for Bowers brings Gunter to the plate.
That's bat number 9, Dawson Gunter.
And I guess, with hitters who may struggle, sometimes, hit here and then they come in bunches. I mean, we're hoping that clicks with Abe because, he's a talented pitcher, big body, strong arm, loose arm, good velocity.
Gunter's 0 for 2, pair of ground outs. He takes inside for ball 1. The fans, anytime it's well outside or inside, you hear a strike called.
Yeah, I'm getting text messages from certain fans.
Sit down the line, left side. That is a foul ball.
They're very frustrated, but I send one back as well. It's frustrating on both sides.
Yeah.
So they're consistent.
1 ball, 1 strike to Dawson Gunter.
See, and this is what frustrates me. Like, where's your mind at? Where's your focus? You got an 8-run lead. You're in the top of the 6th, and we're worried about the runner. That means absolutely nothing.
1 ball, 1 strike. Gunter waits the offering from Appel and sends that one into center field. Bowles will make the play for out number 1. Keep the runner at first.
It's amazing, when you attack bats. Been coached a long time. I've coached it for a long time. Find the barrels. Find the barrels. Your stuff, if it's good enough, if you have really good stuff, you're going to get a lot of strikeouts. And your stuff can still be good, but if you barrel it up a little bit, it's okay. Fly balls, ground outs. No free passes.
1 out. Phillips at the plate. And he takes a ball. Phillips, so far this evening, a double and a ground out. He's 1 for 2.
Abe signed with Surrey Community College to play baseball, and there's a reason why.
1-0. Fouled off at the plate. Wind picks back up.
He's got a strong body. He's got loose arms, long arms. He's got good velocity. One of the best things about Abe is he's got one of the best work ethics, I've seen in a long time. He will always work on it. He's very coachable. And I can see why college is going to take a chance on him.
1-1. Low. 2-1 now. Josh Mitchell on deck for the Mustangs. Now a quick jaunt out of the dugout and a meeting. Jared Greenwood saw something.
Well, I know what he's saying to him because I can just tell by his mannerisms, way he's kind of circling around. He's basically telling Abe, you're in control of this game. You're controlling the mound. This is on you. Just don't go through the motions. Come up with a purpose. Have intent. Have intent with your pitches.
Meeting is over.
I mean, the talent's there. It's there. It's time to pull it out.
2 balls and a strike on Trace Phillips. Did it hit him? Yes, it did. So Phillips is hit by a pitch. 2 on with 1 out. That'll bring Josh Mitchell to the plate. Mitchell this evening is. Well, we're going to get Wallizer. No, it's going to be Wallizer in the place of Mitchell, the only bench player listed on the roster.
Jaden Rogers went out to talk to him, and Abe says, "Get back behind the plate."
Wallizer waits, takes high.
You kind of don't want to see that. Maybe he sees something he wants to tell Abe, but I don't know.
Enforced strike.
And that's it right there. You just see that pitch, and that's where colleges want to see from a pitcher. That was very good velocity, good arm action, good movement.
1-1. Ooh, that one had some mustard.
Yeah. Again, the key word is intent. Instead of just going through the motions and trying to be mechanical, I guarantee you Coach Greenwood says, get up there and just throw the baseball.
Here's the 1-2. Fouled off into the mitt, strike 3. 2 gone. That's going to bring Gilder to the plate.
Up to bat number 7, Ethan Gilder.
First strikeout for Abram Appel.
That was a very good at bat right there for Abram. Showed really good velocity, really good movement, really good aggression into the zone. Outstanding.
Swung on and missed. Again, a fastball right down the middle. He couldn't catch up. Gilder tonight is 0 for 2. Walk and a fly out.
And that's a good pitch. You know, Abrams is frustrated with that, and for a pitcher who's trying to get in the zone and work the corners, is not getting that, and it weighs heavy on you.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the offering in the dirt.
Yeah, and right there, I don't know if he's trying to place the ball. I saw a little bit more, arm than lower half. When he's connected, like that last batter, you see a lot of velocity, a lot of strikes. There it is.
Evens it up.
Upper and lower half staying connected. Loose arm, good velocity.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 are on and 2 are out. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So the Mustangs are retired. They strand a couple of runners. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Panthers up 9-1. Welcome back. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning at McConnell Field. 9-1 Panthers on top of the Smoky Mountain Mustangs, as you see Jack Bowers making his final warm-up toss, and we're going to get this bottom half of the 6th inning underway. It's going to be Jaden Rogers that'll lead it off. Reed Raby and Damian Bowles slated to bat here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 6, 7, and 8 in the Coach Jerry Greenwood order. Will be Rogers striding to the plate. He's 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts and a flyout for Rogers. Sends that one by the shortstop into left field for a base hit. That'll be the 11th hit off of Mustang pitching tonight. It's going to bring to the plate Reed Raby.
We got Wyatt Cantrell coming to be a courtesy runner. Way to jump on that first pitch by Jaden. I see his teammates in the dugout is extremely excited. Everybody's giving him pumps and high fives and slaps and everything else.
Cantrell now running for the catcher as Raby strides to the plates. A couple of errors allowed him to reach at a base on ball. He has reached at every plate appearance so far, but 0 for 3 as he fouls that one off the catcher's mask. 0-1 on Reed Raby.
Reed's seeing the ball well again tonight. Problem is he's having a lot of bad luck and just hitting right at players.
The 0-1 offering. Fisted foul. Quickly in the hole, 0-2 is Reed Raby.
Yeah, he's letting that pitch get into his hands a little bit instead of hitting the ball out front. Trying to get locked up and tied up on that pitch right there in the hands on the knob or on the handle.
The 0-2. Caught the corner, strike 3. One gone as Bowles comes to bat. He struck out his first time up at the plate as a sacrifice bunt and a fielder's choice to his credit tonight.
I think we got a pinch hitter.
We're going to pinch hitter, yeah, we will.
It's like Brock Bradley.
It will be Brock Bradley hitting for Bowles. Brock Bradley will be the Panther to face Bowers with a runner at first and one out here at the bottom of the 6th inning.
I'm not sure how many at-bats he's had this year. Maybe he's had 1 or 2 other at-bats. But I know it's pretty exciting as a young player. He's a sophomore, getting a chance to hit the varsity level.
Brock takes well outside for ball 1. Panthers plated 6 runs in the 2nd inning and 3 runs in the 3rd. Only run for Smoky came in the 2nd inning.
Pitcher's worried about the runner at first base.
1-2. Brock swings and misses. Evens it up at a ball and a strike.
He's going to get his hacks in here, especially coming off the bench, kind of a little bit cold.
Now Bauer's going to step off. Now Tom going to be called at the plate.
Yeah, his catch is going out there. Says, listen, come on. I mean, we're down by 8. Quit focusing on that guy. Let's go. Throw strikes. Let's get the out here. We got 1 out. I mean, as a coach, that just frustrates the daylights out of me when that happens. If we're up by 8 or down by 8, it does not matter. Go get the hitter. Now we're having a long discussion here. I mean, again, I don't understand that either.
Maybe some sign issue. I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's not a runner at second base
That's
where
true.
you're going through a sequence.
Yeah.
Maybe you can't see it. I don't know.
Now they're ready to go, looks like. Ball and a strike on Brock Bradley. Runner at first and 1 out. Bradley swings and misses.
I can say this. I know that the delivery, the pitch beforehand, he was staring the runner down as he was making his way home. And this pitch right now, he just locked into the catcher and made his pitch.
1-2. Bounces away from the catcher, Winchester. Now a throw down. Bounces away, but not too terribly far. So Wyatt Cantrell running at first will get a stolen base.
And the pitcher did it again. He's making his motion the home, his delivery, and he's staring down the runner, and he's throwing a wild pitch. It's the little things.
Bradley waits the 2-2. Swings and misses for strike 3. 2 are gone now for Attic Sutton. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jack Bowers. Sutton comes up to the dish tonight against Smoky Mountain pitching. Sutton is struck out. He has drawn a walk, and he reached on an error. He came around to score 2 of the Panthers' 9 runs. And he takes high for ball 1.
Alex is really close to the plate. He's probably, out of all of our hitters, he's the one who really crowds the plate more than anyone.
1-0 pitch. Inside, 2-0.
I almost kind of wonder if that's the issue. You know, the knob of the bat is kind of on the inner half of that plate, and if the pitch is coming in hard inside, maybe that's why he's getting jammed a little bit.
That one hit him.
And that's the other thing. You know, they talk about him getting hit a lot over his career. Last year, this year. Well, obviously he's over the plate. And that's frustrating for a pitcher to see that.
So the top of the order we go now, with runners at first and second. It's going to be Ian Knepp that will bat. Knepp tonight, a couple of flyouts and a double, along with reaching in the second via an error on the shortstop. Knepp gets hit. Bases loaded now.
Yeah, he's been scorching the last couple of games. A couple extra base hits, RBIs, hitting the ball hard, hitting the gaps.
So that's going to bring Anderson Terrell to the plate, who is red hot.
He's got 3 hits. He's seen the ball great. It'd be awesome to see a freshman getting 4 hits.
Three for 4 in the game. And if he's able to get a single to the outfield, it may end the ball game.
All likelihood, and right now you don't have the middle infielder holding that runner in. Oh, boy.
Well outside for ball 1, 1-0 on Anderson Terrell.
I could hear Greenwood say one more to Alex Sutton at second base. One more.
Out in front, evens it up.
It's kind of unorthodox looking at his swing. You know, he's more of a, coming down. He's not a launch angle guy.
That's high, 2-1.
Line drives, backside in the gap, up the middle. I mean, that's Anderson's game. As he gets older and stronger, he'll hit more.
2-1 towards the second baseman. He's going to field it, throw to first in time to retire the side. So we head to the 7th inning. The Panthers need 3 outs to secure their first conference victory of the season. Stay with us.
Chris Rummans Construction is a family-owned, licensed building contractor servicing the Franklin, Highlands, and Cashers area, specializing in custom home construction, remodels and additions, as well as custom trim and closet cabinetry. Start your project today with Chris Rummans Construction.
Space, Hanley at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Davis hits one into right pretty well. Right fielder backpedaling. It's out of here. Welcome back. Top of the 7th. Panthers need 3 outs and not giving up 8 runs, and they'll secure their first conference victory of the season. As you see, Abram Appel making his final warm-up tosses. Top of the order due up for the Smoky Mountain Mustangs, and Andy Moore, Cade Granning, and Kason Shepard slated to bat. If you just joined us and weren't with us in the middle part of the inning, here this ball game. Coach Jeremy Ellenberg got ejected, arguing a play at the plate. He is not on the bench for Smoky Mountain Mustangs in this one. Andy comes to the plate, and he is 0 for 3. He drew a walk, though, to begin the ball game in the first inning and has a pair of groundouts. Moore stands into the left-handed batter's box to face Abram Appel, who came in relief of Josiah Hersey, who pitched a whale of a ball game. Giving up 1 run and just 2 hits. That one's right down the middle.
Yeah, we're looking for Abram to really replicate what he did last inning. Just being very intent with his fastball. It's a dominating fastball.
4 strike, 0-2 quickly.
I mean, once he gets it in his head that his fastball can dominate high school hitters, no matter who's pitching against, then we can get a lot of outs.
0-2 misses.
That was a very good pitch. Now you kind of want your catcher to really frame that and stick it out front to show the umpire.
1-2 is high, 2-2.
We like to see Abram not kind of finish off the mound, but kind of finish going 4 straight to the to the catcher.
Caught the corner, strike 3. 1 gone. Got to bring to the plate Cade Granning. Granning tonight is 0 for 3 as well. Has a walk, has a strikeout, and a ground out.
I'm really excited to see what Josiah did tonight for 5 innings, really getting back into the groove to a starter status. And now we're really seeing the best of Abram Appel with a really good fastball.
Fouls it off down the right field line. Quickly in the hole, 0-1 is Cade Granning.
Our hitters, our team's going to take the rest of the week off for spring break, and what a really big confidence builder for a lot of our guys, especially Abram Appel.
The 0-1. Right down the middle, strike 2.
Get your sign, get locked in, load and go.
0-2. Fouled off, stays alive. Does Granning, as that one is sent over the Panthers dugout down the right field line.
I mean, maybe Abram's is figuring out something right now. Like, if he knows his fastball is this good and this dominant, keep throwing it. You don't have to throw your other pitches. Like, okay, so right now it's an 0-2 count. He's throwing all fastballs. Here we go. Throw a really good slider, really good breaking pitch. See if he chases.
Waiting the 0-2. High, backs him off. Ball, 2 strikes to Cade Granning. Kason Shepard on deck.
I really like to see a nice breaking pitch right here for like a wipeout slider for strike 3.
Here's the 1-2. Backed him off again, almost hit him. Missed with the curveball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Going right back with the fastball. Try to throw his breaking pitch. Wasn't successful.
Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 2 gone for Kason Shepard.
This is the absolute best I've ever seen him throw, and this is very exciting. You want to have a wealth of arms at the high school level. With Malachi throwing as well as he thrown, and now Josiah's back, and if Abram can really bring it.
In for a strike.
And that's a strike. That's middle away. Hitters don't like that pitch.
Quickly, 0-2 on Kason Shepard.
He's not wasting time.
The 0-2. Ring him up. Strike 3, and it's a final here at McConnell Field. 9-1. Panthers pick up their first conference victory over the Smoky Mountain Mustangs as Smoky drops to 2-8 and 0-5 at the conference. Franklin now 4-7 and 1-5 in the Mountain 7 Conference. Dominating performance for Josiah Hersey and the Panther Bats, I think, is the big story that came alive in this ball game. Middle part of the innings, played it 6 runs in the second and 3 runs in the third. Josiah Hersey did the rest, only giving up 1 run. And Abram Appel able to close it down. And a good confidence builder this week, 2 wins in a row. That's a winning streak.
Yes, it is. 3 things. You just hit on it. Number 1, our bats came alive. Feeling very good about it going into the second half of the year. Josiah getting better. And I tell you what, if Abram Appel, what he did tonight with this fastball, with the confidence, getting the ball throwing hard, maybe we found our closer. Maybe he's not the starter, he's the closer. And I tell you what, very exciting to see out of him.
So it's a final. It's going to put a lid on things for our broadcast tonight. They're able to get this ball game in before the rain moves in later on tonight. So hopefully you are safe tonight with some of the severe weather that is impending into western North Carolina. For Philip Angel, our executive producer, and for Ryan Haley, till next time, I'm George Young. So long, everybody.